Saturday Night Baseball here on the show as we welcome you to Miller Park in Milwaukee. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Milwaukee Brewers. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Willie Peralta gets the start for Milwaukee in this one. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, his whip is above league average. Been dependable, but does run into some trouble. So we'll see how he fares in this one.
Josh Harrison heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Second baseman, Josh Harrison.
Underway in America's Dairyland as the first pitch of the night is taken for ball one. And EK, as we take a look at the Brewers entering play here tonight, they come in winners of 2 straight and looking to get things turned around in what hasn't been all that amazing a stretch for them.
But always important to play good baseball in front of the home crowd, and they were fortunate to get this series off on the right foot in Game 1. They'll hope to continue their winning ways here in Game number 2.
Peralta into his motion, coming home with the 1-1 pitch. Hit hard up the middle. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
Yeah, a nice job there as this one gets right up the middle to start the ball game. Always nice to put a guy in the stretch right from the very start.
Starling Marte will stand in, and as you take a look at the splits there, he's actually a better hitter against right-handed pitching this season. Here comes the first pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
And that's the spot that he's just going to have to keep wearing out going forward. If he can keep running that pitch in on the guy's hands, he's going to be fine.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Balls and strikes belong to Mr. Jerry Hillsdale.
Yeah, Jerry seems to call a really good game back there, Matt. It's pretty rare that you see anyone too overly displeased with his zone.
1-1 pitch is a slider that's cut on and missed for strike 2.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
Now a foul tip straight into the catcher's glove, and he's able to hang on to record the first out of the inning. A chance here to check out the starting lineup for the visiting Pirates. Steve, what are they going to have to do to force a rubber match in this series?
Well, all they have to do is keep doing what they're doing. This team has a very high average, continuing to hit well as a team, and they'll continue to win games.
Andrew McCutchen will dig in now. 1 home run shy of 20 for the season so far. First things first, here's a throw over, and the runner will get back standing.
Just keeping an eye on him.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
Yeah, and coming right off of that strikeout, he's got to be thinking he should be ahead of this next guy. That's a tough way to fall behind.
Runners on first with 1 down. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
The 2-0 pitch. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. 1 there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. We're back with more on this Saturday night after this. Irvin Santana, the right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, his batting average against this year is under 250. He's really had his way with the offense.
Jonathan Villar comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The shortstop, Jonathan Villar.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Marte is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. And with that, time to take a glance at the starting nine for these Brewers. What's the key to sending fans home smiling tonight, Steve?
Well, they have to get guys on base somehow. This is a team that's dead last in slugging percentage, so they're not going to hit you a lot of home runs. Tough to score runs when you're not getting any extra base hits, so they need to improve to give themselves any chance at all of winning.
And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Eric, we look at this Pirate ball club as they enter play here tonight. They suffered a bit of a setback last time out, but not to worry. They're still 6-2 over their previous 8 ball games.
And they got a great pitching performance in the opener of this series, so if they could get anything comparable here or the rest of this road trip, you can bet they'll take it.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Oh, and that's a good sign right there. They're really hoping to get him going out of that 2 spot, and he comes through big time right here with a first-inning single.
Ryan Braun takes his first shot here with the runner at first now and 1 away. Swing and a liner. Fouled. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch, and they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Hit hard to short. Gung is there. There's Harrison for 1. On to Mauer. It's a double play, and that ends the inning. An inning in the books tonight. Still scoreless here on the show. Joe Mauer will get his first shot here, and you can see he's got that average up near the .330 mark to begin playing.
Well, I don't think this should be a surprise to anybody. Most people know he's one of the best hitters in baseball.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Peralta sets his sights. Here he comes 0-1. Lifted the other way out to left center. Neuenhuis on the move, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Batting fifth, right fielder,
Josh Reddick will stand in now with a good chance to break the seal here following the leadoff double.
Well, it's a good RBI opportunity, but you've got to remember your first job, which is to at least get that guy over to third base.
Popped high in the air. Parham is under it, no problem, one away. And with that, let's take a look at the Brewers defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, this defense really revolves around the catcher. Very good back there, blocks a lot of the balls, guides that pitching staff. Really the most important guy on this defense.
Jung Ho Gong is set to stand in, and he'll be looking to change his fortunes in this one. He's seen his numbers take a bit of a hit in recent action. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball, 1-0.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in. So you can bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
Here comes the 1-0. Hit sharply toward the right side. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second.
Batting 7th, third baseman
David Freese will stand in for the first time now, coming off a 3-hit contest in the loss last night.
Well, Matty just continues this string of his last 10 games where he's hitting over 300. He has those really, really nice games mixed in there.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike. It's up at the letters, and that's a tough one to do anything with.
Belted high and deep into right center. Going back is the right fielder, but he won't get there as it lands just shy of the wall. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's a 2-0 ball game, and he will pull into second with an RBI double. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. Francisco Cervelli strides forward for the first time, and he's been in a bit of a slump recently. First offering on its way. Lays off 1-0.
Ball 1, no strike.
For Freese, he's now at 23 doubles on the year. Here it comes, 1-0. Up top, it's 2-0. Three and 0 now.
Well, he's definitely looking fastball there, and you know, he got one, but good recognition not to go up and chase it.
The 3-0 pitch. And that misses, ball 4. So with one out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
Yeah, he did have the base open there, so that's not the worst thing in the world. But at the same time, the way he's been pitching, I don't think I'd be working around too many hitters, especially in the bottom half of the lineup.
Irvin Santana comes forward to swing the bat, but he may instead be asked to bunt. We'll see how they approach it here with one away.
Yeah, and it's not automatic, but the usual thought right here is to stay out of the double play and get those two guys into scoring position.
Right down Broadway that time. Strike one. Skied into straightaway right. Long run for the right fielder. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. Two gone now.
I think at first he probably had thoughts about tagging up here, but there's that old baseball adage, don't make the last out of the inning at third base. So staying at second, probably the right call.
Josh Harrison gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. Looking to minimize the damage here. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
And even though you got a 2-run lead, you don't want to be leaving too many guys in scoring position out there. That could come back to bite you later.
2 down, runners at first and second. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Pitch in the dirt, and that scoots right on by. So now 2 men in scoring position.
Yeah, and that's always the danger when you're working that off-speed stuff down with 2 men on base. Once the catcher can't get a handle on it, both guys are off and moving. They're going to move up to second and third now on what will be scored a wild pitch.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. He got him. And exhale as he's out of the jam, and the inning is over. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. On now to the bottom of the second. Pittsburgh leads this one 2-0. Chris Carter strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with 1 swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1.
Trying to jump on that first pitch changeup. That's a good pitch there to start this AB.
That one misses. It's 1-1 now to the Milwaukee first baseman. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Chopped weakly to the left. 1 away. With a moment now, let's give you a look at how the Pirates align defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
Scooter Gennett will stand in, and as you can see, he's had troubles here in his own ballpark. He's much better away from home. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's a good fastball that time as Santana jumps ahead, 0-1.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike 1. And the slider is low and inside as he just about got him there.
You got to be careful with that inside location on 0-2. The last thing you want to do is hit him.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
And that changeup's not really a pitch you can sit on with 2 strikes. Because if he gives you that fastball, you'll be an hour late on it. That's a great job of not showing that pitch until he was ready to punch him out.
Standing in now, Bennett Parham. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250. 6 home runs, 18 driven in. 2 out, nobody on. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. They're still down. It's 2-0. Starling Marte will start out the inning here for the Pirates, to be followed by Andrew McCutchen waiting on deck.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
Now a fastball to start the third. That misses. It's ball 1. Peralta gets the sign. 1-0 on its way. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Ripped down the first base line, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. Lucroy has it. So not the start to the inning he was looking for, as he got the strikeout, but the runner reaches anyway. Andrew McCutchen will be the batter. 0 for 1 here in the early going. And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike 1. High strikes probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret you've got to keep the ball down against a team like this. If you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine, but you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1.
And that almost looked like another pitch out. They're definitely worried about him over there.
Throw over to the bag, and the runner back.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
Runners off for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And he can't hold on to the throw as it short hops him and eats him up.
And that may have been an out-and-out guess right there. He had to figure they weren't going to throw over twice in a row, so he's running on first movement, and he makes it to second base safely.
And And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
You know, when you're facing a guy that throws his fastball in the high 90s, you know you're going to have to cheat a little bit. You've got to get things started a little bit earlier than normal. And what happens then, guy throws you something off speed, you're way more susceptible to chasing balls out of the zone, and that's exactly what happened right there.
He's set. Here it comes. Grounded up the first baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1. One out and a runner on second base. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Oh, he's got a legitimate gripe right there. I don't know about that one.
Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
I think he was trying to get that slider in on his hands, but I don't think he meant for it to get in that far. I think he just released it a little too late.
Just inside. Not by much. It's 2-2.
Well, he almost hit him on the last pitch, and he's showing he doesn't care. He's coming right back inside.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. Backhanded. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
These days in this game, we talk so much about situational hitting. Hit behind the runners, move guys up. But with one out, you got to try to drive that guy in. That was a really unproductive out, even though the guy moves to third.
Josh Reddick in now. Popped out in his first trip.
Yeah, he just uppercut a fastball. That top hand kind of dragged through the zone, which caused the bat head to drop a little bit.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Watches a fastball right there for strike one. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. Smoked the other way. High and deep to left. Back goes Braun. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. Josh Reddick has just clubbed a milestone home run. It's the 100th of his career.
Well, it's obviously not easy hitting home runs, Matt. That's why the best power guys are so popular. I suspect this one feels a little extra special, but I'm sure he'll keep things in perspective. He's not a threat to any record just yet.
Stepping in now, Jung-Ho Gong. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Swing and a little tapper, but it gets foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. But the Pirates do get a couple here on this two-run home run. We played 2.5. It's now 4-0 Pittsburgh. Kirk Neuenhuis will stand in, hoping to perhaps pick up a base hit so he can climb over that Mendoza line.
Well, you kind of just take his batting average with a grain of salt because you know he's never been known as one of those good major league hitters.
Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. And he lays off for a ball, 2-1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And another foul ball. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Number 23 will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Hey, you never know. Things might be looking up for this guy. He's hitting over 300 in his last 10 games, even though his season average doesn't look that good.
Swing and a liner. The 0-1 on its way. Hit out towards second. Harrison has it. Throw to first, and Santana's got it working here. 2 quick outs.
Well, that's just good pitching right there. Really ties him up with that fastball in on the hands. And he hits just a simple ground ball there for the easy out.
Into the box, Willie Peralta. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
That's to first. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 8 in a row he's set down, and the side is retired. So very nice work there by Santana. His guys are up 4-0. David Freese is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Well, guys, they jumped out to that big lead early on in this game, but you really can't get comfortable. You have to keep putting pressure on.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1.
And for that guy right there, this is going to be an important inning. He's already given up 4 runs through 3. And you know, they need to get a minimum of 5, hopefully 6 innings out of him. So he needs to show something right here.
Fastball at 96 on the radar gun, and it's 1-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Braun has a read on it. 1 out.
The batter, catcher, Francisco Cervelli.
Stepping in, Francisco Cervelli. He drew a walk his first time up. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. And he falls behind 0-2. Peralta's ready. 0-2 on its way. Drilled right back up the middle. VR on the grass. On to first, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the second out. And I thought this might happen based on how close that play was at first. The skipper's out of the dugout, and it looks as though he might decide to challenge that out call.
Well, I think we're going to have to wait and see what the word from the dugout is. But here's one more look at it. Man, that's tough to tell if he was out for sure from that angle. And I can see why this was a really tough call on the umpire.
So here's the signal from the dugout, and it appears they will decide not to challenge the call on the field, so the runner is out at first. Into the box now, Irvin Santana. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. 4 runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 1-2-3 go the Pirates. They lead it 4-0. Jonathan VR is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Marte moves over, 1 down.
The catcher, number
3rd and final game of this 3-game set comes your way Sunday afternoon. That's tomorrow as you see the pitchers scheduled to take the mound in the series finale. Jonathan Lucroy is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip.
And fellas, that's still their only hit in the game so far. They've been pretty well shut down.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And there's his strike right down the heart of the plate. 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. Hit the other way out toward right field. Reddick has a read on it. Oh no, it drops. Around first, on his way to second now.
He's around second now, and they still haven't gotten to this thing.
And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
Well, I'm not sure if this will wind up being a triple. It really should be a 3-base error. I mean, here it is. He was there in plenty of time. He just winds up with a handful of error. And they are going to hit him with an E. It's well-deserved.
Here's Ryan Braun now. And he'll take a look at ball 1. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
And that may be the pitch that he'll remember from this at-bat. When he's hot, he doesn't miss that.
A good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, same pitch, same result, and he's late on it again.
1 out and a runner on third. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2.
Just did manage to catch that one with the last 2 inches of his glove. That could have been trouble.
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third.
Boy, and just a great call that time to turn to the changeup. That's one of those at the plate where you don't even wait for the umpire to make the call. You know you're a goner.
Chris Carter stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Chop foul right at home plate at strike one. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now.
Got in his kitchen big time right there.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Yeah, even though you got a big lead, you don't want to give him a cheapie. That's a nice block right there.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. We're back to Wisconsin right after this. Josh Harrison will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Neuenhuis has a read on it, 1 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Starling Marte.
Starling Marte will stand in now. A punch-out victim twice already. EK, I'll ask you because you're the one sitting next to me. Do you approach an at-bat differently when you have 2 strikeouts under your belt this early in the game?
Well, you do in the sense that whatever you did the first 2 times, it wasn't working. But I think if you start worrying too much about trying to avoid the hat trick or worse, it'll start becoming a mind game, and you'll start falling into some pretty bad habits.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And this is part of the reason why he's staring a hat trick right in the face. He just hasn't been able to recognize these pitches that are well out of the zone.
Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1 and 2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
And he is down on strikes again. So get your hats out. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game.
Ouch. That's a rough night at the ballpark here. 3rd strikeout. One thing you can't do, though, you can't go into that dugout hanging your head. You got to think, hey, it's over. I'll get another shot to redeem myself. Whether that's tonight or sometime in the future, that's the attitude you have to have.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. That was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
4 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error in the contest for the Pirates so far. Drilled on the ground to short. Throw on to Carter gets him to retire the side. Down in order go the Pirates, but they're in front 4-0. Scooter Gennett will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Here's Santana right back at it now as he jumps ahead of the leadoff man. It's 0-1.
You know, I can't help but notice how much he's getting ahead of the hitters right now. I'm told he's throwing around 80% first pitch strikes. That's way above average.
Hits this one hard the other way. Gloved by Harrison. A quick out number one.
Third baseman.
A little bit over halfway home tonight. Bottom of the fifth as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just one hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Bennett Parham. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Lifted in the air to straightaway center. There to take it in is McCutchen now for route number 2. So still nothing against him on the scoreboard here in the fifth as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA.
Well, it's business as usual for them. They lead the National League in that department, and it's always nice to know that whoever steps on the bump for you, you're going to have a chance to win. A lot of teams are envious of that stat, and these pitchers, they deserve a lot of credit for what they've accomplished so far.
Kirk Neuenhuis is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Well, that pitch isn't going to light up the radar gun, but it's been effective.
Well, it doesn't have to. If you get that good movement and put it in the right spot, it's plenty good enough to do the job.
Chopped foul right at home plate. Trying to strike him out for the second time. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight. Gone in order are the Brewers. They trail here 4-0. Corey Knebel will get the call here as he'll start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 46, Corey Knebel.
Joe Mauer will make his way in as he leads things off here in the Pirates' half of the 6th.
Joe Mauer.
In there at the knees, strike 1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. To his left, Carter, and he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
Now batting, right fielder, Josh Reddick.
Josh Reddick will stride in, but first we take you back to the 3rd as you take another look here at his 2-run homer that had him rolling early on. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
That thing's coming in there hot. 96 miles an hour.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he pumps the fastball by him at 94. It's 0-2.
Yeah, a couple of mid-90s fastballs, and he hasn't been close on either one of them.
Chopped at the plate. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
This is a pretty simple play for a catcher right here. It's a nice pitch, and it looks like he might have chopped it right down off a home plate. You can see the catcher get out of his crouch, take it on one big hop, and then just make the good strong throw to first to get him easily.
In now, Jung-Ho Gong. As he gets a good curveball here to start the at-bat, it's strike 1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Still no fastballs in the at-bat. It's been all off speed.
That's definitely by design. He's such a good fastball hitter. You don't want to give in to his strength.
Hot shot on the ground is short. To his right, VR. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Pirates, but they hold a 4-0 lead. Number 23 will come in now to start things out here in their half of the sixth as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
Yeah, and I think that's putting it mildly. Just 1 hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches to hit. But that fella on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure.
But the throw will beat him at first, so the bunt for hit attempt is snuffed out.
Well, this is one of those situations where his guys got him the lead early on, and he's been in complete control ever since. I mean, he's barely been threatened out there.
Garen Cecchini will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Cecchini.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. One out, nobody on. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Hit hard towards center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Yeah, and guys, there's a look at his line through the first few innings. Pretty dominant so far. Just the second hit he's allowed tonight, and the first one didn't wind up hurting him at all. So we'll see if he can get out of this inning as well.
Jonathan VR will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
Marte is going to get there, and he makes the catch for the second out.
And into his 6th inning of work now. Let's take a look at the breakdown for him so far.
Jonathan Lucroy steps in. He was able to reach base thanks to an error in his last at-bat. Santana comes set. First pitch on its way. Into the seats, 0-1. Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike. Taken high and deep to right. Back goes Reddick at the track. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Milwaukee leaves 1. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Back here at Miller Park in Milwaukee. It's on to the 7th inning with the Pirates leading in this one, but before the inning gets underway, let's check out the game summary to this point. Carlos Torres is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7.
Carlos Torres.
David Freese will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
Third baseman, David Freese.
Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball 1. Now some movement out in the Milwaukee bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander have begun to stretch it out. Ooh, and he finds his spot there, 1-1. Swing and a liner, but this is a foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Grounded weakly toward third. Parham comes up with it, and the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Catcher, Francisco Cervelli.
Into the box now, Francisco Cervelli. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Cut fastball taken for strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hard liner to center field. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
The pitcher number
You'll see where this is on show track. This is a curveball, and it's up right in the hitter's line of sight. Much easier to react to, and he just swats it into center field.
Into the box, Irvin Santana, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. And it's quickly 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Tried to get him to chase the cutter there, a ball and 2 strikes.
That's a good location for that cutter with 2 strikes. He's either got to take that and hope it's a ball, or he's got to foul that thing off.
Runners on first with 1 down. And he's bunting here with 2 strikes, but he misses, and that's a rather weak out number 2. Striding into the box, Josh Harrison. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Strike 2 on the curveball. 0-2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
The 0-2 delivery. This is line to left. And that'll get by and on through towards the wall. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
Up next for the Pirates.
And this is how you break out of a cold streak. This is his 2nd hit of the ball game, and this one goes for extra bases. And you can see that confidence is slowly starting to come back at the plate.
Gregory Polanco will grab a bat to pinch hit, and he'll do so with a couple of runners in scoring position here, but with 2 out in the inning. And ball 4 here on the intentional walk, so now they'll have a force at any base with 2 gone.
And this could really be trouble now, because with runners on every base, they've got a chance to really break this thing wide open.
Andrew McCutcheon will get a shot here in a bases-loaded situation, and you'd have to say they've got the right man for the job up here.
Yeah, the team leader in RBIs. He's got a shot to push that lead out even further if he could come through here.
From the stretch, the cutter runs outside, ball one.
He's going to have to punch his way off the ropes now.
Hit hard back up the middle, and that's through into center field, base hit, and he is in there. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's a 6-0 ball game.
Boy, I'll tell you, these are the scary ones for a pitcher. This is going to give you a pretty good angle right here because this ball is hit so hard, and it's just about right at him. I mean, there's no time to do anything out there. He's pretty lucky that one didn't get him because he would have taken his head off.
Number 13.
So with a lefty waiting, they'll go to a lefty of their own out of the bullpen here. Joe Mauer will stand in, and I've got to think these add-on runs here will really make it difficult to come back from.
And that's how they've done it all game long. They haven't really had a big inning yet, just a lot of 1s and 2s, but those will add up.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Yeah, even with 2 on and 2 away, this is not a guy that's going to back down out there. He comes right after him with a fastball, and he gets ahead.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now.
He's in a situation now where he does not want this game to get away from him. 2 guys on already. Now he's not in the strike zone to this hitter. He's got to reel it back in because you're flirting with a little bit of danger now with another ball.
And this is on the inside edge, perhaps off the inside edge, but it's a called strike. 2-2 now.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
Here comes the payoff pitch. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Neuenhuis sprinting after it. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. 7th inning stretch time upcoming here in Wisconsin. Pirates lead it 6-0. Gregory Polanco will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field.
Now playing left field, number 25.
Leading off the inning, Ryan Braun, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base because they've been held in check all game.
Good movement there on the fastball as Santana gets ahead 0-1. Yet again, another first pitch strike.
And it's a big reason of why he's having the success he is. You establish the count in your favor right away, and it just opens up the door to so many more options going forward.
And a big swing there by Braun, but he comes up empty. No balls and 2 strikes.
Boy, I'll tell you, to be down 0-2 against a guy like this with the stuff he's got tonight, not a comfortable spot to be in.
takes this the other way to right, but he will come on strong out there in right and pull this one down for the first out.
Another guy retired there. You see his pitching line to this point. It's phenomenal. Just 2 hits, both of them are singles. He's hardly even been in trouble. Thorough domination so far.
Chris Carter will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind him.
Here's a good fastball that time as Santana jumps ahead, 0-1.
He's now thrown a first pitch strike to about 80% of the batters he's faced, and that is just pounding the strike zone. He's pitching so well, and this game's getting late.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. And he'll just waste one there, 1-2. 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2.
Boy, and in the first 2 games of this series, he's already struck out a total of 4 times now. You get to where you just hate taking that walk back to the dugout. I'll tell you, it's a very frustrating feeling.
Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1.
Yeah, he's still got that good movement on the 2-seamer. He's been throwing it well all night long.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-2 now. Again, he sends it out of play. Hard hit ball to second. Harrison's got it. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. Add another 0 as it's up to 7 shutout innings so far. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. Bucks out in front, 6-0. Josh Reddick comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
Right fielder, Josh Reddick.
First pitch coming, here it is. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top, and just fire that thing in there.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. And we're going to have a quick stoppage here as a beach ball has made its way into right field. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
2-2.
This one's flared toward left center. VR onto the grass. And that's the first out of the inning.
Boy, he had to go a long way into the outfield to make this play. I kept thinking he was going to get called off, but he must have kept shouting for it. So he stays with it and pulls it in.
Stepping in now, Jung-Ho Gong. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases.
Now back,
Wow. And how he managed with that swing to wind up with a double is beyond me. Hey, that's baseball.
Here's David Freese to stand in, as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two.
Two good pitches so far, both of them right at the knees, and you got to start thinking center of the diamond here. Shorten up a little bit. You've got to put something in play.
Ready with the 0-2. That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
Wow, a real sharp break to this thing. It's a slider, and he starts it out over the middle of the plate. Now, the hitter thinks he's got something that he can handle, and then this thing just makes a beeline right for his hands. That is a tough pitch.
Standing in now, Francisco Cervelli, as he's first pitch swinging here, and this is on the ground toward the hole. And there's a base hit as that gets through into left. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. The throw hangs him out to dry, and that'll end the inning. Pirates leave one, but they're on top by a count of 6-0. Bennett Parham will stand in to start out their half of the eighth with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball one. Well, the guy you see right there has been terrific. Well, will they let him work these final 2 innings?
Well, I think the pitch count is in his favor. Everybody pays a lot of attention to that. So barring a huge spike right here in the eighth, I don't see any reason why he can't get these final 6 outs.
Under this one is Harrison, and he's got it for the first out.
Yeah, he just keeps rolling right along. He's shut out intact as you get a look at his line so far. Through 7 1/3 innings now, they have just not been able to mount any type of offense against him at all.
Kirk Neuenhuis stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Santana's ready. Here's the first pitch. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike one.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
And he misses with it, 1-1. Not the first time he's felt the squeeze tonight.
Yeah, he's looking and saying, what do I got to do to get a strike?
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Tap foul at home plate. The next pitch will be number 74 for Santana here tonight. And tough fastball to lay off on 1-2, but he did, and it's 2-2 now.
Yeah, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
On the ground to the left side. Throw to first, and Santana's got it working here. 2 quick outs.
Now batting, number 23.
Can't ask for much more out of a starting pitcher. Working on a 2-hit shutout right now.
Number 23 will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
And a high strike there, 0-1.
Oh, another good pitch there. I'm not sure he's thrown a bad slider tonight. Every one of them has had a ton of movement.
And this will find the seats behind the first base dugout. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Irvin Santana will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so with the same pitcher still out there. Thinks he's earned himself another inning.
I think that's a definite vote of confidence, but he's done a nice job since coming in, so you might as well ride that hot hand.
Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that is through into center, a base hit, and the opposing pitcher gets aboard to kick off the inning.
Boy, he's doing it all out there so far. Not only is he pitching a great game, but he gets in on the act offensively as well.
Now in the box, Josh Harrison, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. Now a bunt attempt here, but this is foul for the first strike. Nobody out, runner on first. Drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. Throw to second, and they get him. So the sacrifice attempt is unsuccessful here.
Kind of lucky to get an out anywhere here. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and it doesn't have a whole lot of zip on it, but they do find a way to get that force.
Here's Gregory Polanco as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there, a ball and a strike.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
And here's a ball hit in the air. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. The 2-2 pitch. And rarely do you see a player of his caliber fooled that badly, but he was tied up in knots that time. 2 away now. Ready now, Andrew McCutchen. He's 1 for 4 for the game. First delivery to him on the way. And a pitch takes off inside, and it gets away. And a bad time for that as the runner takes second here.
Well, here's another look at this on Show Track. And actually, this pitch might not even show up on the graphic. That's how far away from the plate it was. And this will let that base runner take a nice little stroll up to second base.
Just missing here, 2-0. Looks like he's not going to see anything here.
Yeah, I don't think so either. They gave him 2 shots to see if he'd go out of the zone to try to chase, and after that, I'm thinking they should just put him on.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Braun giving chase. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. 1 hit, 1 left. 9-1-2 scheduled to lead off the bottom of the 9th. Pittsburgh leads this one 6-0. Hernan Perez will get up off the bench to lead off the home half of the ninth, and they've certainly got their work cut out for them here, so he'll just need to work on getting aboard. Good movement there on the fastball as Santana gets ahead 0-1.
He's had a high strike zone all night, so even if you're on the bench, you got to be aware of that.
And he reaches out to fight this one off as the count moves to 0-2 now. Grounded back up the middle. Gung's got it. Throw bounces up to him at the bag, and he's able to cover up and hang on. Not the most fluid play, but he's out nonetheless.
Yeah, only 2 outs now stand between him and his shutout. And the way he's throwing the ball, doesn't look like he's going to have too much trouble getting it.
Jonathan Villar will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, guys, not really providing the spark that they usually hope to get out of him. Maybe he can make something happen right here.
And that's taken for strike one. 1 out, nobody on. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Oh, you like the way this guy is just going about his business here. He's got a big lead, but he's pitching like it's a tie game here in the ninth.
Throw to first will take care of him, and the Brewers are now down to their final out.
Well, this has been a thoroughly dominating performance out there. It's kept these guys guessing all game long, and he's just 1 out away now from picking up a well-deserved complete game shutout.
Jonathan Lucroy will stand in now as their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth.
Yeah, just one final hurdle here before he finishes off the shutout.
The fastball here as they'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
And right now, these guys just need something to break their way. A blooper, a bunt, a hit by pitch. Something to get a base runner and give that guy something else to think about out there.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Back goes Polanco to the track. Now a leaping effort at the wall, but he comes up empty. This one is gone. Home run. It's a solo shot for Jonathan Lucroy, and they're on the board at 6-1.
Wow, he has proven to be a real nuisance in the first 2 games of this series. A home run in last night's ball game, and now another one here.
Ryan Braun will stand in to keep things going, and I don't know, Steve, is the comeback on?
Well, at the very least, I like that they're showing some character out there. You never want to go down without a fight, so they're going to make these final at-bats count.
Now a swing and a fly ball, and this should do it. And he's going to put this one away, and the Pirates have come back to even up this series at a game apiece as this ball game is over.
Well, that run in the ninth means that they couldn't quite finish off the shutout, but still a very good performance out there on the mound.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. And guys, we were treated to an excellent pitching performance in this one by the gentleman you see right here, Ervin Santana. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, just the 1 run allowed, but Anytime you can give your bullpen a day off, it does nothing but help your club in the long run.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Pirates win it 6-1. Good night from Milwaukee.
Here now is our final line score tonight for the victorious Pirates. 6 runs, 11 hits, 1 error,